Is it nice to be back on Tuesday night?
Yes, of course. Yeah. It's not nice to be watching games from the stand. I was actually anxious to get back involved, and my rehab went well, and I was pleased to mention to John on Monday that I was available for Tuesday, so I was happy with that. Yeah.
Has it been a little ahead of schedule, or was it kind of on course?
Well, it's anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks, so you kind of have a rough guide, but depending on how you do in training and your rehab, you have certain targets that you need to try and hit, and I was managed to meet all them after about 3 weeks. So like I say, I was happy to make myself available.
And nice to get back into a winning team again.
Absolutely, yeah. I thought we played well. I thought Swindon started the game strong. I thought we weathered the storm. Rode our luck maybe a bit. Radic made one great save and we cleared one off the line. But then second half of the first half, if you like, and then I think particularly second half we came on strong. Sean Morley winning a penalty, and Alex Henderson coming on and scoring a great goal. Yeah, it was great to get a win.
Absolutely terrific finish, wasn't it?
It was superb, yeah. And he's taken the ball well as well. He's run about 10-15 yards before he's taken the shot, so I think he needs to get credit for that. And to score any goal from 25 yards out means you need to catch it perfectly, and he certainly did that.
What does that win do down here for the lads? I mean, it's obviously been a bit of a kind of tumultuous couple of weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So that must be terrific to have won a football.
Yeah, I think we were all anxious to get that first win for John. I think he's had Andy Dibble and Chris Scholes helping him out, but I think at times he's been a one-man band as well, trying to do everything, preparing sessions, set pieces, all the things that, you share amongst a coaching staff. Sometimes he's been doing them all himself, so we were delighted to get the win for him. He deserved it. And also, anytime a manager comes in, you want to get that first win. The longer it goes on, the more of an issue it becomes. So to get that first win and just clear that hurdle, and now we can look forward to the last, I think it's 9 games of the season.
One of the senior pros here, have you been able to assist him at all, or have you just been concentrating entirely on your kind of rehab?
Well, he's asked me a few questions. Sean McConville as well, and Sean Worley. We've anytime he's picked our brains, we've been able to give him our opinions. It's always good to get a second opinion. I think he might see things a little bit differently. But yeah, mostly, focusing on my own rehab and focusing on being a player.
What's been your take over the last couple of weeks, and what's going on?
It was strange. First few days in, when John and Jimmy weren't here, was strange. But on the training pitch, not an awful lot has changed. John Doolan took an awful lot of coaching sessions anyway, so we're used to his voice, we're used to his ideas, we're used to his standards, how he likes his players to behave, how he likes his players to perform. So in that regard, not too different. Different voice in the changing room before a game, but that's football, and like I say, it was great to get the win, and we can move on from there.
It is just the way it is, isn't it, in football? It happens. The association with John and Jimmy at the football clubs, everyone knows about, but these things do happen.
These things do happen, and I think was John Coleman the second longest serving in the Football League, so probably strange at this club because he was here for so long. Him and Jimmy were here for so long, and they have such a tie to the club. That's probably what made it strange. I think at other clubs, I don't know what the average time for a manager is these days, but it's 18 months, 2 years, maybe something like that. Yeah. So for John and Jimmy to be here over 10 years and over 20 years in 2 stints was an exception to the rule. So that's what probably made it more strange.
For now, to the end of the season, what can you try and achieve, do you reckon?
Well, tomorrow we want to try and get over 50 points. That's always a good hurdle to clear, a target, and we can move further ahead of Notts County. They're below us at the moment, and then you got 9 games to go. We'd probably have to win 7, if 8, to make the playoffs, which is an ask, but it's still a target. It's still a carrot at the end of the day. But take it one game at a time. I know it's a cliche, but take it one game at a time, and we'll try and win as many games as we can between now and the end of the season, and see where that leaves us.
And finishing well is never a bad thing, is
it? No, it's not. No, I mean, the year when we went up in 17-18, the year before that, we had a really strong second half of the season, and that really set us up in good stead to have a strong year the following year, which we ended up doing. So, yeah, I mean, I know that John will be anxious to get as many wins as he can under his belt. If we have a strong finish to the season, that'll lend itself well to a good pre-season and a good start to next year.
And I guess whoever gets the job, whether it's from internal or external, eyes are on the team at the minute. as players, you're playing for someone who's going to get the job at some point, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many lads are under contract here next year, but it's not too many. So you're always looking to impress. But you know, first things first, you do your own job well and do it for the team, and then all the good things come from that. So I think that's got to be the focus of all the players at the moment.